apologize for how some of my colleagues have treated you today. Let me say I appreciate the multiple conversations we've had regarding some of the nursing home issues occurring across the Southeast region. We've touched on topics including inconsistencies in civil monetary penalties, citations given among the regions, and how facilities in Region 4 have been especially hit. We've also touched on the important need for specific guidance to be provided for abuse reporting rules. Another thing I would appreciate you looking further into is the red consumer alert icon that could be placed next to nursing homes that have been cited for instance of abuse in the Nursing Homes Compare website. I understand this initiative goes into effect today. However, I feel CMS needs to fully solve the CMP and abuse reporting issues first before we go negatively labeling facilities online. If facilities in the Southeast region don't get relief soon, we're going to be in a tight spot. So can you and your staff please comment or at least commit to revisiting the issue of consumer alert icon being implemented?
Well, we've put out a 5-part strategy on strengthening oversight, enhancing enforcement, increasing transparency, improving quality, and putting patients over paperwork. One of the things that we've done is we have clarified immediate jeopardy guidelines. And I agree with you that there's been inconsistency in how CMS and state agencies has implemented the guidance. And so that's why we've created a new performance standard system so that we can monitor what's going on the local level to ensure that we have consistency in how we are clarifying immediate jeopardy in cases of abuse and neglect. In terms of the icon, there's about maybe 5% of nursing homes that will be impacted by this, and it only alerts those in which we've had cases of abuse and neglect. And if there's other types of issues that have come up, there's sort of, I would say, not high-level areas of abuse and neglect. In those areas, we only use the icon if they have been repeat offenders. So this isn't really going to impact very many nursing homes. There are many nursing homes that provide high-quality care, but there are some out there, and we think it's important to make sure that the American people have the information that they need to make the decisions that work best for them.
In this, at the time we'll move on. We will be watching some of the reforms and how they impact the nursing home facilities. I want to touch base on one other thing, and that is the Exchange Program Integrity, Section 1303 in the Affordable Care Act. We've asked, we talked yesterday about this. You say that the ruling finalization is supposed to be in the HHS's hands now. Open enrollment period begins November 1st, and I think clarification on this is important. We sent a letter July 1. Me and many of my colleagues signed this asking for Secretary Azar to approve that. I want to submit that, if we can, to the record, Madam Chair, and I also want to urge my colleagues, I'm going to send another letter today, if you'd like to sign on to that on the 1303, urging fast implementation.
Without objection, the letter will be entered.
I'd also like to add a letter from some of the care providers that have urged us to take action as well, for the record.
We'll review that letter. I haven't seen that letter.
It's important that this rule get finalized. And it was proposed November of 2018. That's almost a year later, and it still hasn't been. Can you speak to the work CMS has done to help finalize this rule and what the current status is? We know it's in Azar's hands, but if you'd like to touch base on that in 10 seconds.
We share your commitment to getting that rule finalized, and we'll be doing everything that we can to bring that to fruition.
Okay. If any colleagues want to sign on to that letter to Secretary Azar today by close of business, you can contact my office. I yield back.